Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. So, I want to share with you some thoughts on art. So, I just did a workshop recently and asked the students, why is art important, or why do you love art? Now, it sounds like such a funny, basic question because, you're kind of socialized into thinking that everyone should care about art or whatnot, but actually, I don't think I ever actually challenges the notion and actually legitimately asks himself, why is art important, or why do I like art? So these are my thoughts. I think a life without art isn't a life worth living. So to me, I kind of, my favorite philosopher is Nietzsche, and he says something like, art is the great stimulus to life. And I do think that for me, I think I'd prefer to be a little more specific. I would probably say something like, for me, to create art is the best life. A life without having the ability to create art isn't a life worth living. So let me try to kind of extrapolate on this idea. So the idea is the best possible life known to man is where we could be a creator, where we could change, shape, and mold reality in which we feel like we're not being, kind of held back by the tyranny of reality, by the tyranny of gravity, and so forth. And so I think a lot about just like my own personal life is, when am I the happiest? When am I the most exultant in reality? And it seems actually, for me at least, it's when I'm being the most artistically and creatively productive. It was when I'm doing the most stuff, I'm making the most stuff, I'm sharing the most stuff. And I think the sad thing about reality and modern society is that I think we've been pacified. We've been pacified to not own our own opinion. We've been pacified to just be good consumers. And the ethos of modern capitalism is, make as much money as you can and then go out and spend as much money as you can. But save some money in order for you to buy more shit, which is like a house or a car or whatever, or leave some behind for your kids. It's it's a very basic notion, and I don't really like this notion because it disempowers the individual. And if you all watch my other videos, whatever, that I'm a huge fan of individualism. To me, I think individualism is everything. Is that I still do believe in like some utilitarian tenets, but for the most part, for me, I think the purpose of humanity is, obviously I want all of humanity to collectively thrive or have the opportunity to thrive, but individualism seems to be the key because, let's say you're watching this, you're just one person. The problem is us as individuals, we're like, oh, what's the point of doing anything? I'm just an individual, I can't enact that much change. Know that you as an individual, you as one person, you actually could change the world and you can make a massive impact. And you think about all the great individuals from history, like one of them being Steve Jobs. Obviously he had a team of engineers, and Steve Wozniak and all these other peoples, but it was actually his vision. He was the visionary to make the magic happen. So just kind of realize that everyone's part of the game, and everyone's necessary in order to create great stuff. And yeah, nice day, huh? Alright, I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, wherever I was talking about, keep that in heart, and let's keep trucking.